So everyone has upgraded armor, upgraded weapons, and they're fully buffed out. They're not just like cheap upgrades. I fully upgraded all their armor that they had and got them the best armor available. So there is that. The companions I at least want to tick. Unless I'm ticking them all. Then I don't know.
How are you feeling, my child? What you are about to do is difficult.
Don't make it harder than it has to be, Petrus. Fighting against your cousin isn't pleasant, but it's the only logical thing to do.
A nicer way of saying he has no choice.
Indeed. I must stop Constantine, regardless of what it may cost me. Not only to obtain an antidote to the Malachor, but also to save this island.
I have learned many things by your side, and thanks to you, I was able to give my mother back to the earth. I won't forget this. And this is my land, my people. I will be by your side. You will not go through this ordeal alone.
What's happened to Constantine is regrettable. But you're doing what must be done. You're a good person, Greenblood. And you can count on your old master of arms to protect you.
We will all be with you. After all, this concerns all of us, doesn't it?
Naturally.
We will be by your side to support you both physically and spiritually.
Thank you. You have been precious allies, and you are proving once more the value of your friendship. Now let's go. It'll be a shame if we arrive too late.
I like how it just stayed on Vasco's face, even though like everyone else was talking. It's like, here's Vasco. You haven't seen him in a while. Here you go. I wonder if I get all my companions now. That'd be like a little bit of a waste since I just like buffed up the companions I was with. Yeah, you're with them all. That's actually a sick shot. Go away, all these things. Go away. I'm just trying to get a sick shot here. All of us here. It doesn't want it. It just wants to... Look at that. Look at that. All of this here. I bet you, I swear to God, if I go through all this effort and it's like, okay, bro,
The entrance to the sanctuary.
yeah, don't get to go back and free roam when you're done.
Constantine managed to get through. Let's hurry.
I'll be annoyed if like I can't free roam after. I hate games that have free roam aspects and open world aspects, but then you can't go open world or free roam when it's done. You just have to restart the story. I hate games like that. It's super fucking annoying because like, why build this world? Why do all this stuff if I can't even enjoy it after I beat the game? You make me have to restart the game. You know how annoying that is? It bugs me. It really does. I'm assuming we can't go this way. Nope, I gotta go the other way. That wasn't the quick way after all. Remember I had to stay to the right? So I'm a little annoyed that that happened, but it's whatever. That this is most likely the outcome, that I'm gonna have to restart if I want to replay the game again. Rest in peace, that dude. Oh wow, we got a number of corpses here. So... I love all these corpses. Jesus, all this stuff. It's literally like preparing you for a boss battle.
Disade, glad to see you. Sadly, we couldn't stop your cousin.
He suddenly stormed our position, along with a horde of enraged creatures. We didn't stand a chance.
And now there are beasts attacking us relentlessly. My men are doing all they can to stop them.
We thought it best to stay here to keep the path open for you, should you want to face your cousin.
Thank you. You did well. I'll do everything in my power to catch him and stop him from carrying out his plan. Keep holding on as long as you can. I need to be able to reach him.
Wait, there's a group of creatures coming. Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Why is it Petra and Afra that are like the companions I have with me when they weren't the ones I started with? I have all my companions though that I've been like really buffing up though that all have decent weapons. So
I'll stay here with them, Greenblood.
He's right. We must help them stop these creatures.
Are you sure?
Every minute gained is a minute that allows you to save us.
Glad to have you with us, Kurt. Just like the good old days.
And thank you too, Afra. It is an honor.
Enough with the talking, Greenblood. Go.
And stop Constantine. I'd hate to be doing this for nothing.
In that case, thank you. And good luck to both of you.
So who are with me now? Vasco, Siora, and Petrus. So Afra and Petrus are staying. Or no, Afra and Kurt are staying, which is kind of sad because Kurt is one of the guys I buffed to bring. It's okay, I'm not salty. Oh my god. Come on. There's one dead. Come on. There we go. I mean, for the most part, I've been rolling with Petrus and Siora for the most part for a lot of the storyline. Vasco I did for the beginning, but I switched him out once I finished his quest line. I don't know why I'm looting all these. I have a feeling he's not gonna matter at the end. I have a strong feeling that once you do this, it's gonna be, you're done with the game. You get to just restart now. Which is, again, it's disappointing, but I feel like that's what it's gonna be like. I would be pleasantly surprised if it's not. I would appreciate if it's not too. Teleme. Looks like Petrus is gonna stay then.
You're arriving too late. Your cousin is already on his way to the sanctuary. We fought as best we could, but new beasts just kept coming. We'll do everything we can to give you more time. We'll fight to the death if we must. But you must chase him. You must prevent him from performing the ritual at all costs. If Enon Milfrichtimen dies, we're all doomed.
I'm well aware of that, believe me. But here come some more beasts. To arms!
Never mind, it was the natives. I thought I saw the red sun banner flying. No, it's not. It's the native banner. Where the hell are these beasts? Oh wait, I was like, where the hell is this so-called beast? Here you guys want poison. Oh, get up, get up, get up. God, every bite has just poison on it. Boom.
Wait. I'll stay with my people.
And I'll stay with her. One blade more can't hurt.
We need to prevent the beasts from following your tracks.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but the Moridigan isn't wrong.
You see? Over and done.
You should go now. And may the volcano give you its strength.
Well, good luck. Oh, and Siora. Kayato.
So Petrus, it's down to us, brother. Oh, and then there was one. And then there were two, I guess. We're gonna find the. I'm assuming this is where the knots would be if they were there. Now we're gonna get to Teleme.
Is this the last time I'll see your face?
I don't know.
Go.
Alright, Petrus, let's do this. We got this. Ah. Am I relying on my gun? Yes, I am. Hence why I grabbed that ammo. Petrus, where are you? I'm fighting these things on my own. That's fine. I can do this. Let's go, bitch. Lay well on. Oh man, I thought I'd get one more hit in there. Oh, come on. I'm trying to get up. There we go. Oh, what? There we go. Yeah, much help you were, Petrus. For real, bro. Just fought that thing on my own. All three of those things. And good old Taleme. Good to know you guys were here. What's up?
There you are. Praise the Enlightened. Your cousin...
has already reached the heart. Our other allies informed me. They are also trying to stop the creatures.
What do you intend to do?
Pursue him all the way there and do everything I can to stop him.
In that case, may the Enlightened keep you in his divine... Oh no. More beasts are coming. Be prepared!
Let's go. Let's go. I found out these guys were teamed. Gotta attack and then run. Yeah. There you go, Petrus, get up.
This time it's my turn. I'm staying with my people.
I knew you'd say that.
Well, I wasn't going to let the young ones get all the glory.
Your help would be a blessing, Father.
You see? You should go now, my child. Be careful. We are all praying for your success.
Thank you, Petrus. Be careful too.
Damn. And then there was one. Jesus. Now it's just me. Let's go. The heart of the Isle. Let's go, Constantine. Think you're hot shit now? Let's fucking I'm gonna kick your ass.
Constantine!
Restrain him!
Oh, fuck you, game. What the fuck? Got a hyper beam. shit. Ooh, hello. Okay, man. Use the hyper beam. Ah, come on, I tried to get out of it. You know, it's not cool that the rocks can hurt me and not him. Yeah, get out of here. Ooh. I got a bit of armor there. Ah. Nope. The attack doesn't do much to my armor. Oh man, this thing is just... Oh, that hurt. That one hurt. Oh man, I tried to avoid that. There we go. There we go. Hello. Oh, what? I thought I got out of the way with that. Come on. Oh, fuck it.
No! Stop! Step back. I do not desire your death. I'm sorry.
Why? Why have you done this?
But for you. For us. So that we may live free at last.
This makes no sense. Constantine, it's madness.
You don't understand because you're still attached to the old world. This old, dying world which, to survive, has betrayed, used, and manipulated us and would not have hesitated to kill us.
Perhaps, but
I've seen death, cousin. And I understood the vanity of it all. My father's ruses just so he could earn more power. The political bowing and scraping to preserve corrupted nations. I have been offered unrivaled power, allowing me to get rid of this. To send the old world back to its inevitable death and to build something new here. Something unique. And this new world is my gift to you. You and I could be its new gods. The immortal and benevolent monarchs.
He himself is the incarnation of the old world he is speaking of. He has its vices and its poison. For his own immortality, he's prepared to destroy everything around him, to break millennia of cycles. I implore you, flesh of my land, think of all the lives that will come to an end to feed his pride.
Don't listen to this old god. He's like all the others, after all, clinging to life. All you have to do is to bind yourself here, with me. And we will be gods together, forever.
Well,
Come. What a shame.
Good night, sweet prince.
After the fall of Constantine, my young student managed to establish stronger links between the old nations and the natives. Some of their Donegada were even invited to the continent, and with their help, it slowly became a land filled with life again. And for the first time in a long while, the number of cases of the Malichor is decreasing. Those who bravely fought at Dorhad Genadu were celebrated everywhere. After all, if it weren't for this unlikely alliance, the island would have fallen into Constantine's greedy hands. This victory allowed Siora to become the Marl of her village, but she often leaves to be reunited with the one she believes to be her soulmate. Sieglinde took Kurt as an advisor, but he insisted on keeping his place alongside his former student and friend, watching his back, as he always had. Afra set aside her weapons and went back to her research on the native culture and flora of the island. It is said that she is even writing a book with the help of Dunkas's clan when not visiting her friends. For his bravery, Vasco was awarded the rank of commander. He now travels the sea at the head of a whole fleet, but he often comes back to visit his brother-in-arms. Petrus's ambitions have finally been fulfilled. He obtained the much-coveted title of Cardinal. Despite the responsibilities implied by such a title, he still sometimes visits the one he calls his child. Despite the help Ulan received, which allowed him to restore the importance of the seaside Nemeus, he still had to renounce the role of Marl as he faced the contempt of the other clans. Her friendship with Renaixe helped Deirdre to overcome her reticence. She willfully accepted to follow the orders of her new High King. Dunkas and his people spent a lot of time with savants and theologians. Patiently, they shared their knowledge of the Earth and learnt new techniques from one another, and in so doing, they restored balance between the New World and the Old. The natives' hostility towards the Alliance has not diminished, and Governor Byrne is in a delicate situation, especially considering some sordid rumors in Al-Sad regarding the practices of the scholars he protects. The public revelations of Saint Matthias's life led to a deep change in Teleme. The Ordo Luminis was dismantled for good, and the missionaries' purpose is now to establish dialogue rather than conversion. Now that the Naut's sailing techniques were known, others tried their hand at them, without success for the time being. Simply knowing the techniques could not take the place of the Guild's centuries of experience. Under Sieglinde's control, the Guard returned to the honorable values that had made its reputation. And they did so all the more easily, now that their shadiest members were out of the picture.
Well, that is it. We have reached the end, and I'm assuming that since I didn't do all the quests for the Alliance, that I didn't get the best ending for them, but I didn't really care much for the Alliance anyway. I didn't like them. The more I worked with Thélème, the more I actually started to work with them. But this is usually the part where I do somewhat of a review of the game, and then I'll have a full review later on after this series concludes. So, things off the top of my head. It took a while to get into this game. It took me about 12 hours of playing consistently, where I actually started getting into the side quests, into the lore, into the game. Overall, that's what got me into the story, is the side quests and the characters. The companions are all phenomenal. All of them are good. All of them have really good backstories and stories themselves, and it's a good game in terms of that aspect when it comes to the companions and that part of it. You could definitely tell, though, they cut corners. They cut corners on a lot of transitioning and a lot of things, like you don't see people drink anything, well, he just fade to black, and like when someone goes to drink something from a bar or something, right? So it won't actually show the character drinking it, or the romances were clearly cut. You know, you can definitely tell there was a lot into there, and they cut those as well. You can definitely see that the combat is a bit sluggish. The combat in itself is very hit or miss. You know, it's very... I hate that saying this term for fantasy games, but they're bullet sponges. You know, characters and enemies don't get harder to fight because they have different techniques. They are harder to fight because they take a lot more to kill them. And I would appreciate maybe more challenge when it comes to how to fight them, and maybe more diversity and not you having to work with a routine. You have to fight and like learn their way of fighting and then adapt to that. Overall, though, the combat was a bit sluggish. It wasn't the best, but definitely wasn't the worst I've seen. I would have liked more dialogue options, if that makes sense. I feel like even though you got a lot of dialogue there, you had... This is what this game was full of. This game was full of dialogue, and I mean full of it. There are times I actually kind of wanted to skip certain parts of it because there's just so much of it. It's like, oh my god, stop talking. But, you know, it was... it is what it is. I wish there was more options to go around and shape your character, because no matter what, your character is still on this kind of linear path, despite the decisions you're making. You're just kind of branching off on different roads, and that eventually lead to the same path you are on. Only a few of your decisions mattered when it came to the main story, but a lot of your decisions did matter when it came to your opinions of characters and you're working with characters. So if you did something in front of a character that they didn't like, you would lose reputation with them, and vice versa. You would gain it if you did something they did like. The factions were pretty interesting. You know, you kind of warm up to certain factions as you work with them. My biggest issue with the factions and the companions is the relationship issues. Your reputation with each faction only has 3 tiers, which I wish they would add more of, because it just felt incomplete with that. The credits done. Credits are done. Yeah, so it looks like that is what this game is. It's I'm glad I saved it before I did the quest, because that way I can go in and complete other things. But it seems like you can't roam around when you're done or do any of that, which that is a disappointment. I wish you could. It makes me feel like a lot of my work was for nothing, because I can't just enjoy the world after I completed it. That's a disappointment in there. The cutscenes kind of... Not the cutscenes, the dialogue kind of pissed me off when it came to the camera. The camera is annoying. The camera is very, very annoying. I wish they worked better with the camera and made it so you could work around it. But besides that, though, it wasn't that big of a deal. I felt there was a lot of fluff in this game, where it made you do things just to extend the length of the game, which I wish they didn't do that, but it definitely did. I probably put 46 hours into this game, and that was with the majority, if not all, of the side quests. So... yeah. With that, though, off a quick... I wish this music would, like, chill the fuck out. Alright. There we go. So, with the, off a quick review, though, if I had to give this a score of, like, 1 to 10, right? Off of just quick review, just off the top of my head right now. This is not an in-depth review. I expect an in-depth review with an actual bit like thought out score based off of everything that my opinions on this game. But just a quick review off the top of my head of whether like just right after playing it, I would give this game a 7 out of 10. Very average. Not maybe. Yeah, I would probably say 7. And I'll get more into this with my actual in-depth review, and that score will probably change when I actually lay everything out and get a full like layout and seeing everything of what I like, the pros and cons. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough, and stay tuned for the actual review video. It will come out relatively soon. So with that, I'll see you all around. Peace. If you just happened to stumble upon this video and enjoyed, maybe consider subscribing. If you are a returning subscriber and you enjoyed, please hit that like button. It really helps way more than you actually think it would. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace.